Okay, so if you'd love to have a fifth wheel, but you know you can't have a fifth wheel because maybe you don't have the truck for it, or maybe it's just too expensive, or maybe the floor plan you're looking for is going to be too heavy, well, this might be what you're looking for, because this is a travel trailer with a very fifth wheel appeal to it. So let's talk about that. Hang tight, I'll be right back. So today we're out here, Ron Hoover RV and Marine in Corpus Christi, Texas, taking a look at different floor plans. And this specific one, which is a 2025 Jayco Eagle, is really cool because it is a very fifth wheel style, but in a travel trailer. And this is going to be appealing to a lot of folks who are looking for a fifth wheel floor plan, a fifth wheel feel, but maybe have a 3/4 ton truck and they know that they can't haul a big fifth wheel and they want something that is conventionally towed. So I really like the floor plan. Before we go inside, let's look at the numbers on this one from a towability perspective. So this is going to be relatively heavy for a travel trailer. 11,700 pound GVWR. That's the max weight completely loaded. 1,794 pounds worth of cargo capacity. And this is going to ride on twin 5,800 pound axles, 16-inch wheels and tires, which is actually pretty important. And we'll talk about that here in a second. But this is going to be good, again, for 3/4 ton trucks, maybe 1 ton single rear wheel trucks. Definitely too heavy for a 1/2 ton truck, in my opinion. You're going to have too much tongue weight pressing down on the back, especially if you have like a luxury 1/2 ton truck like a King Ranch or a Platinum or a Denali. You're not going to have the payload capacity, even though it's possible you'll have the towing capacity, only because once you load your vehicle up, you get everyone inside, the family, the generator in the back, you have the tools, everything you need in the truck, you're probably going to be at about 900 to 1,000 pounds at least, and then you tack on roughly another 1,200, 1,300 pounds to the back. There aren't going to be hardly any, if any, 1/2 ton trucks that have that type of payload capacity. If you have the unicorn of trucks that does, I still wouldn't haul this with a 1/2 ton, mainly because of the shorter wheelbase and the lighter weight nature of the truck. Plus, this is going to be a pretty big towing strain on a 1/2 ton truck. Before we go inside, let's take a look at some of the outside characteristics, again, that make this feel very fifth wheel like. You have twin 30-pound propane cans on here as well, something you typically don't see on travel trailers. Also, look under here. You have a giant pass-through storage complete with water filtration system, and this storage actually rivals some of the pass-through storage or basement storage you get in fifth wheels. So that's really nice. Plus, nice dense door. It's not super thick. I do wish it was a thicker door with a slam latch. You have a nice large awning right here. I do wish it had a second awning coming off of that slide out right there, but it does not. More ride step above steps. Looking under here at our tire suspension setup. So this is going to have all steel radial tires. This is really cool. So these are H-rated 16-inch tires. And actually, as a matter of fact, this is one of the first times I've seen a 16-inch H-rated tire. So that is really cool. So these are Rainier tires. I talked about that recently in a video, that the Rainier brand has actually come a long way, and a lot of people trust these now, especially if you get these all steel tires. That is really cool. Regroovable tires, not that I would recommend that 16-ply rating. This has the Cree 3000 upgraded suspension. It does not have the heavy-duty shackle straps, but it does have the greasable wet bolts, and it has a reinforced section that's boxed underneath the 10-inch I-beam frame. So there's a lot of good stuff going on here, including the use of rack and pinion slide-outs. And I love the fact that they've put an actual upgraded suspension system on this travel trailer. We actually really need to take a moment and appreciate what they've done here with the running gear, the suspension system, and the frame reinforcement. So we're going to hop inside of this Jayco Eagle HT 294 CKBS, warranted for full-time RVing. All right. When we walk inside, we are greeted by the Coleman Mach thermostat on the wall. Pan around here a little bit so you can see what's going on inside. This is a cool floor plan. So nothing groundbreaking about this floor plan, except if you're looking for this floor plan in a travel trailer when you would like a fifth wheel, right? So you want a fifth wheel, you can't get a fifth wheel for whatever reason. This is the floor plan that is most common in fifth wheels, rear living room floor plan. But this feels like a fifth wheel. I mean, it absolutely has a fifth wheel feel to it. Nice tall ceiling, something you typically don't get in a lot of travel trailers. You get the nice, really cool Whisper Quiet air conditioning system, plus a second unit right here. So this has 3 air conditioning units in it. Again, very high-end fifth wheel-like. You have your dinette right here with a cool little storage area, and this is movable, so you can slide it around if you want, put it in the center over here. They go over some of the construction perks and some of the things going on here as well. No floor heat registers, a lot of people appreciate that. Plus this really cool multi-purpose kitchen sink, which we can talk about in a second. Huge windows all the way around. Again, very fifth wheel feeling. You have your theater seating up here also. These are manual theater seats. Some people prefer that because it's actually a lot quicker to get in and out of your seat when you can just simply push your feet down and not be in a reclined position anymore. You have these cool little poles right here for your blackout shades. It is only blackout. It doesn't have the shaded one as well, or the meshed one behind it. Huge window on the back. The sofa does turn into a bed if you want to pull it out into a bed. These don't lift up, but they're nice end tables. You have your smart TV hanging on the wall already, as well as your panoramic fireplace. Nice little storage spot or cubby underneath there. You have your island here. This is a thermofoil material, so that's my first kind of point off, is the fact that this is not a solid surface material. I really wish that manufacturers would move away from thermofoil and just put some type of a solid surface material that doesn't have the chance of delaminating. 3-burner cooktop. You have an oven beneath it. Nice cabinetry, black little trim work right there, which looks really nice contrastingly. Not soft closing cabinets. This is going to have a standard residential microwave in it as well. Magnetic holds. Again, nothing in here appears to be soft closing. And again, this is that multi-purpose sink. Has a cool vegetable waterfall strainer right here, and you got all sorts of trays that go in here, plus your drinking glass cleaner. This is going to have the GE 12-volt refrigerator freezer. Very common, and these actually have gotten a lot more reliable than they were when they first came out, so I don't think people worry about 12-volt appliances like they did just 5 or 6 years ago. More drawers right here. These are not dovetailed. If you look at like the North Point and the Pinnacle, they're actually dovetailing all their drawers now. It would be nice to see some of those luxury build things introduced into a travel trailer more though. Again, thermofoil, even though it does look nice. You have a nice kind of faux backsplash right here. Magnetic holds there as well. I like how they've radiused this right here so it's easier to get by. This is going to be your bathroom. It's a pretty good sized bathroom, honestly, and this is more representative of like a small fifth wheel. So whenever you look at the bathroom in here, this is very common to what a lot of people would see in like a 35-foot fifth wheel or a shorter fifth wheel versus what you'd normally see in a travel trailer. Oh, I like the fact that they put the towel holder on the door. Stepping back, huge bedroom, king size bed, tons and tons of space in here. This feels like we are in a fifth wheel. A lot of space in here. It's just laid out really well. Look at all the space at the end of the bed right here. This is not normally what you would see in a travel trailer, and that's another reason why if you're looking again for that larger fifth wheel feel, this probably will give it to you. This is a spot for a combo washer and dryer. You simply remove these shelves and you can see where you have the area to put your outside vent. Again, huge bed, huge room in general. Tons of storage underneath the bed. And then you have your third air conditioning system up here, plus this whole wall of mirrors when they're closed. More hanging storage in here. More right here, and then more back there. What do you guys think? This is a pretty nice unit overall. They've done a lot of really nice, good things that definitely make it emulate like a smaller fifth wheel. We're back outside, and as we look at a few more features here, you can see you have your outside shower here, plus the J-port system, which is essentially a 2-inch receiver back here, so you can put some accessories in the back, such as like a grill holder, stuff like that. Basically anything that utilizes a 2-inch shank. LED light strips. It is prepped for a Furrion wireless backup camera. Does have a 2-inch receiver on the back for an accessory rack. It is not designed to tow a trailer or a vehicle, so please don't do that. Again, underneath from this side, you can see that it does have electronic leveling on this as well. So that's really nice. Something, again, you traditionally don't see. Up front, I saw the electric stabilizers, but I did not realize that this actually had the 5-point electronic leveling system. And that's again, something you typically don't see on travel trailers. Okay, so up front, the bedroom slide is on a rack and pinion slide out. You do have a Furrion on-demand water heating system, but the slide back here is the BAL Exact Slide system, which is a far more reliable cable-driven slide-out system than has been used in the past. So the AccuSlide system was the less reliable version. This is the more reliable version, even though I'm still not a huge fan of cable-driven slide-outs. And that is your furnace right there. And then you have your drain here, complete with stopper valve here at the end. That is super nice, and that's typically something you have to put on aftermarket as an upgrade. Right here you have a huge storage area, and this is actually underneath your bed. So that divider right there is the part you can see from the inside, and this is the part you see from the outside, which is really nice. And then finally, you have your water station here, which again, very fifth wheel-like, right? You have it inside of an enclosed area underneath, Nautilus water control panel. You have a spray port up here. You have your black and gray take handles down here. Again, very fifth wheel-like. And that's the thing that's special about this floor plan. Okay, so from a pricing perspective, MSRP on this is about $85,000, which means the sale price is probably gonna be, I'm just gonna guess, about 20 to 25 grand less than that, which would put this at a much, much lower price for a similarly equipped fifth wheel, which means it could be affordable for some folks who would like a fifth wheel, but they still want the perks of a travel trailer or the towability of a travel trailer in regards to the type of tow vehicle they may have. But I'd love to know what your thoughts are. Drop a comment below. Is this something you would consider for your family if you were looking for a travel trailer that kind of felt like a fifth wheel? Anyways, guys, please take a moment, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you again very soon.